Alright guys, take two, 3 o'clock in the morning, come home from a really dull day at work, and yeah, so I thought I'd have a beer, review one, and then my phone dies, so I have to boot it back up, and yeah, already tasted the beer, already smelt it, the usual, so let's not waste any more time. Because I want to get this done because people are asleep and I'm really loud and I'm Jesus, of course. Look at that. Anyway, I wish I was. I really do wish I was Jesus. Don't we all though? Really? At the end of the day, whether you believe in him or not, you would so fucking kill to be Jesus. Not towards the end, of course, but whatever. Anyway, so we're going back over to Beer52, and this is another beer that they brewed with, or had Brouwerij brew for them. And this is the Millions of Peaches Milkshake IPA, which came in the Poland box from Beer52, which the usual promotional sort of things, even though I'm really not getting any kickbacks. Get on it, Beer52. You know, those 10 people who watch my videos on a regular basis, they want that discounted beer, goddammit. But no, joking aside, my referral link is down below. Beer52's website and all the social media links are down below. And my Beer52 playlist and Brouwerij playlist down below as well. And yeah, go check them out. If you're in the UK, give them a go. You don't have to use the code. I just put it there just because I can. It's, you know, it's not like I cry myself to sleep because nobody uses my referral codes. My life's not that empty yet, but yeah, I'm just really excited with the way Beer52 has been recently. Made this comment again, but you've got to be constructive. Was not a fan of the South Africa box, because it could have been so much more. So that slight misstep aside, all the beers that I've had thus far from the Polish box have been fantastic. And I think it's great that Beer52 are doing these sorts of themes. Next month is going to be Summer Bangers, so I'm expecting a lot of pale beers, which will be good. Saves me having to buy loads, and because I will run out. But yeah, so I just wish they'd do a Germany box. Get some of those German craft beers. Furst Biercheck, Frau Gruber, Kimberg's Braukunst Keller, Orca Brau. Who else have we got? BRLO, even though you can get a lot of their stuff from beerwolf.com. Highly recommended. Yeah, there are so many great German craft breweries that I'd love to see Beer52 do a Germany box, because that would be amazing. But yeah, like I said, so far the Polish box has been terrific. It really has. And yeah, so this is another milkshake IPA from Beer52, clocking in at 6.6%, called Millions of Peaches. You'll be peachy keen to sup on this summery fruity delight. The finest US hops in fusion with soft, luscious peach for a fulsome mouthfeel and wickedly Moorish finish. Dry hopped with Amarillo, Citra, Simcoe and Mosaic. Brewed with barley malt, oat flakes, wheat flakes, lactose and peach. Bottled on the 28th of May 2018, currently on the 5th of July. Yes, I had to deal with a lot of those sorts of calls today. And then best before is the 28th of the 5th, 2020, which if you're going to keep an IPA like this, mind you, I'd imagine the lactose might do something quite interesting with that. Who knows? Prove me wrong. I'm not Stephen Crowder. Not as, you know, fucking arrogant or obnoxious. But anyway, yeah, phenomenal artwork once again. I really do love the art direction of Beer52's own beers. That Hops Project box that they did was just probably one of the best branded beer boxes of this year. And, you know, that's comparing to, like, the Wylam's Powerhouse of the North box, or I can't remember what that is, and, of course, the Cloudwater seasonal art and the Track Brewing, and, you know, some great beer art floating around now. And who was that mentioning that, like, like a year or so ago, put the artist's name on the label, and everyone's doing it now. Do I get a kickback? Give me some prints. Give me some merch. Hello, artists, designers, photographers. You owe a lot to me. I jest, of course. But I make that point, and they don't actually credit the artist on this bottle, which is a real shame, because I think it could have been one of the people involved in the Hops project who did this one. But of course, if I find out, their links will be down below. Anyway, so, as I said, beer's already in the glass, and doesn't that look lovely? It looks a bit paler and finer on camera, and a little bit more turbid. Here it looks a lot more hazy, but it's still quite pale, as you would expect. Can't see through that at all. And beer poured with, yeah, well, it's just shy of like a lacing of head, so let's see if we can generate some head on this wooden table and scratch it to shit, because that's the sort of person I am. Look at that, it just looks so nice and pillowy. But yeah, it looks fantastic. Let's see what we get on the nose. Get those peaches. Not the biggest fan of peaches, but here they're used really nicely in terms of the aroma anyway. Get that peaches and cream. It reminds me of like peach slices that's in the cans with the juice, and they've poured that in there as well. I used to love that, like mixed in with ice cream as a child. I'd probably do it now, to be honest. You'd mix the juice from like tinned fruits with ice cream, so it was just like a slush, basically, like a fine slush, and then just, oh, it's beautiful. And I'm getting like memories of that from the aroma. But yeah, big juicy hop characters as well. Again, not really like punch you in your face or anything like that. It's more aromatic, I'd say, and honed in. But you get those citrusy tones, you get slight dank tones, stone fruits, a little bit of mango chutney as well, a little bit of spice in there, like cayenne pepper or something like that. Slight herbal tones as well, but really nice and balanced. All those different aspects are really playing nicely together, which is always a good thing. So I friggin' adored the first one, the Chicago Shake that they did for the Hops Project box. That was beautiful, one of the best beers of the year. So let's see, even though I already kind of know what I think about this beer, what I think of this beer. Cheers. You definitely get those peaches. And one of the things I'm not a big fan of peaches in beer is it's that aftertaste, the residual sort of peachiness. I find peaches to be, it's sort of like vanilla. When incorporated correctly, no matter what it's in, it tastes fantastic. It can really lift, you know, your cake, your pudding, whatever you're doing, fruit salad, whatever. Vanilla sugar in a fruit salad? Some fat fuck's done that, let's be honest. But sometimes it can be really overpowering. And I found that in a lot of peach beers where it's just like, it's too much for me. Here, you get that slight inkling on the back end. It's not really making me want to go in for another sip because of that. It's making me want to just like, hold on a second. Next sip. But it's still a moreish beer. Lactose is used beautifully in this. This body seems a little bit thinner from what I remember from the Chicago Shake. But I think adding the peaches might dilute the body slightly. Mind you, they could have used like a peach slush, or, you know, I'm not sure how they have actually, like, was it a puree or was it like from slices? I don't know how they've done it, but it works. And of course you get peach flavours anyway from beers like this. So it's like when you get like an IPA that's brewed with grapefruit or like oranges and tangerines, you get those flavours anyway from hops. So adding it to the beer, allowing you to cut back on those hops slightly, but also accentuating those flavours as well. And this is what the peach is doing. And yeah, it's Millions of Peaches Milkshake IPA. It's what you expect for this sort of beer. 6.6%, masks the ABV nicely. definitely a beer that you could get yourself into a lot of trouble in. I personally could probably have 2 bottles of this and then move on to something else, because I think the peachiness would build up on the back end. But peaches and cream in a fruit salad with a little bit of a single cream mixed in with the juices, of course. And that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like the juice that you get from like sliced fruits in tins. Very underrated, very underrated. But that's lovely again. It's a really, really nice beer. And of course there are so many beers like this now that it is really hard to really pip them all together, because there's just so many. Some may say oversaturated. I just think it's, no matter where you are, whether it be literally, geographically, or where you are with your palate, you'll always find a beer like this now that will cater to your tastes. And you know, just because you might not be able to get like the hype hazy IPA doesn't mean that your nearest bottle shop won't be stocking an equally, if not better, sort of IPA. Do you know what I mean? So in the grand scheme of things, this can hold its head up high and say, look at me. But there are much more bolder examples of this style of beer. But I think adding that peach just adds a little bit of a unique twist to it. And it works. It really, really does. So in terms of a rating then, I'm going to give this one a 7.5. Nowhere near as good as the first one, the Chicago Milkshake. They need to rebrew that and sell that on the website, distribute it to bottle shops, because that was phenomenal. It really, really was. But this is beautiful. I'd happily demolish another bottle of this before bed. Probably get loads of acid reflux now, probably won't be able to sleep, but it's worth it when you get to try really nice beers. So if you've tried this one, then let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you've tried any of the Beer52 specific beers, then let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you've tried any beers from Brouwerij, let me know your thoughts and opinions on those. Of course, all the Beer52 related stuff, marketing, promotion, down below, but do go check them out if you're in the UK. Give them a try, because I think you're going to be very impressed with this Polish box, even though by the time you watch this, you probably will have run out of time on that one. But hey ho, hopefully with the Polish box, it'll mean that a few more distributors will be like, let's see what we can do. And I'm all for it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you've got any comments, feedback, hit me up. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, because I know a few of the UK guys got their boxes as well, their links will be down below. And of course, I bid you all a fond farewell, because I need to go to sleep. But I have some salted tortillas to demolish, and might even fit in a little bit of a cheeky 4th of July themed wank. Because we've got to get our thrills with the 4th of July here in the UK, and thankfully the world of porn caters to those needs. So, thank you, Brazzers. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your service. And guys stateside, I hope you all had a wonderful July the 4th. All jokes aside, you're all awesome. And yeah, in these challenging social, economic and political times, why don't we just sit down, put our differences aside, get a few beers, and just enjoy life. Message of the day. And yeah, my feet are hurting now, and my bum's chafing, so time for me to go. And this video was full of a hell of a lot of too much information. It's the clueless way. See you later, guys.